Perhaps you have experienced moments when life becomes incredibly uncomfortable, when you find yourself in pouring rain and your raincoat is left at home. You have to stand under the rain, feeling the cold drops soak you, sinking you into a sense of helplessness. Or maybe you've tried to visit your favorite coffee shop after a tiring day at work. But as you're about to step in, you discover that the door is closed. Disappointment and helplessness are not just temporary emotions. They are feelings that make us feel like a shadow always follows us, making us feel trapped in an unforgiving world. But don't worry, because you are not alone on this journey. Today, we will explore 7 strong Stoic practices, along with principles and philosophies that will help us not only manage disappointment, but also confidently overcome it. If you are new to our channel, I have an invitation. Please subscribe and turn on notifications to join us in enhancing our mindset and becoming a source of encouragement on this journey. Be prepared, because we will learn together how to overcome challenges, build unwavering resilience, and turn disappointment into motivation for ourselves and others. Now, let's embark on this journey together. We are ready, and you should be too. Practice number 1. Use the power of now. Enjoy the present moment. That is the precious moment we often overlook. Marcus Aurelius said, "Every man's life lies within the present, for the past is spent and done with, and the future is uncertain." His words reflect the Stoic philosophy of focusing on the present and using it to bring about change and happiness in life. We often get caught up in thoughts of the regretful past or anxieties about the future, leading us to miss the precious moments that are right in front of us. However, Stoic philosophers encourage us to pause, focus on the present moment, which we have the power to control and make a difference in. This is not just a mindset, but also a spiritual process. By concentrating on the present, we can reduce stress and anxiety, achieve a state of calmness and tranquility. This helps us face every challenge wisely and enjoy every moment, whether small or significant. The power of present action cannot be defeated. By harnessing this power, we can take positive steps to improve our lives and contribute to the happiness of others. There's no need to wait for the future. We can start now, in the present. But don't misunderstand me. Planning is necessary in our lives. Learning from past experiences is unquestionably valuable. However, what's essential is not to let future plans or memories of the past completely dominate our present lives. So how do you make the most of the power of the present? Imagine today is a beautiful sunny day, and you're taking a stroll in the park with your family. The scenery around you is blooming, and you realize it's a wonderful opportunity to spend time with loved ones. You turn off your mobile phone, put it in your pocket, and fully immerse yourself in joyful conversations with your children and spouse. You feel each breath, hear the laughter of your child, and find happiness in the present moment. In this situation, you've used the power of the present by enjoying that moment without being distracted by work, worries, or thoughts of future tasks. This makes your experience memorable and adds value to your life and family. Life is truly exciting when we live and cherish the present. Don't let the present slip away wastefully. Live meaningfully and use the power of the present to make life more worth living. This not only helps us effectively cope with disappointments, but also helps us create a meaningful and happy life. Practice number 2. Practice negative visualization. Renowned Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "How does it help to make troubles heavier by bemoaning them?" This statement reflects the fundamental philosophy of Stoicism, focusing on what we can control and not making issues heavier by lamenting them. Practicing negative visualization is an essential part of Stoic philosophy, requiring you to imagine and contemplate the worst possible scenarios in your life. Instead of avoiding negative thoughts, you voluntarily engage with them. The goal of this practice is to enhance your emotional control, increase gratitude for the present, and accept the temporary nature of life. When you engage in this practice, you begin by imagining the worst possible scenario in your life. It could be the loss of a loved one, losing a job, or any difficulty you can think of. You try to experience the emotions you might go through in this situation, which could be sadness, fear, or anxiety. After you've imagined it, try to find the positive aspects of your current situation. What are you grateful for? What is meaningful in your life? To better understand this, let's look at the story of John, an office worker with a happy family. Faced with the global economic downturn, John began to imagine the worst-case scenario, losing his job due to the company's recession. John had to deal with unemployment and increased financial pressure. Imagining the loss of a stable income made John feel worried and uncertain. However, after reflecting on his current life, John realized that he had a good job and a happy family. Contemplating the worst-case scenario helped him appreciate the positive aspects of life and accept the temporary nature of everything. You might ask, does negative thinking make you pessimistic? I will tell you that this practice is not meant to make you anxious or sad, but to help you gain a profound perspective and gratitude for life. It makes you stronger in facing challenges and keeps your mind calm and composed in every situation. So, practicing negative visualization not only helps you maintain inner peace in your daily life, but also makes you appreciate what you have and accept the temporary nature of everything. It is a powerful tool in applying Stoic philosophy to bring about positive changes in your life. Practice number 3. Focus on your circle of control. Typically, we are not overly concerned about practical issues, but rather we worry more about the anxieties we imagine about those issues. Lesson number 3 is exemplified specifically through Epictetus's saying, "Learn to distinguish what you can and can't control." This statement focuses on the idea that courage and patience only arise when we understand and focus on our sphere of control in life. This Stoic philosophy begins with the idea that there are 2 types of events in your life: things you can control and things you cannot control. Your sphere of control consists of things you can influence and change, such as your decisions and personal actions. A specific example can help you better understand this principle. Consider the story of Leo, who is stuck in traffic on his way to work. Traffic is congested, and Leo cannot do anything to reduce travel time. In this situation, traffic is an element beyond John's sphere of control. However, what John can control is how he reacts and deals with this situation. Instead of becoming stressed and angry, John decides to apply Stoic principles and choose to live in the present. He sits in his car and plays his favorite music playlist or listens to podcasts with new knowledge. In this way, he turns the worst situation into an opportunity to develop knowledge and enjoy the present moment positively. Practicing this Stoic principle is like opening the door to your life. You may not realize that the uncontrollable things are taking up space inside you until you let go of them. When you remove the burden of uncontrollable things, you will have more space to enrich your life with truly important things. Imagine a world where everyone practices only this one principle. No one is caught up in anxiety about uncontrollable things. There is no useless tension, and everyone enjoys life soberly and calmly. That is a world worth striving for. So, start focusing on your sphere of control right now. Practice number 4, amor fati, love your fate. Amor fati, a phrase from classical Latin, means love of fate and represents profound philosophical advice. It encourages us to embrace and cherish every aspect of our destiny, even when it involves challenges and difficulties. Amor fati urges us to fully accept our fate, no matter what it may be. Instead of resisting the things we cannot change, we should understand that we're a part of the universe and our fate is a natural part of life. This acceptance includes loving all aspects of life, even those we may consider undesirable. Instead of complaining about difficulties, we should see them as opportunities for growth and learning. Furthermore, amor fati encourages us to enjoy life at every moment. Instead of worrying about the future or regretting the past, we should focus on the present and immerse ourselves in its experiences. By doing so, we harness the power of the present moment and find satisfaction here and now. Imagine you're getting ready for work, and just as you're about to leave, you realize that your car is broken and won't start. Instead of getting angry and stressed, apply the principle of amor fati, love your fate. You decide to use this situation as an interesting opportunity. Instead of driving, you choose to walk or use a bicycle if available. During that journey, you meet a neighbor you haven't seen in a while and have a pleasant conversation with them. In the end, you arrive at work with a more cheerful spirit and feel capable of handling any situation. Applying amor fati helps you see life as full of possibilities and joy, even when unexpected challenges arise. This Stoic principle also honors the strength of the human soul. When we love our fate, we become stronger in facing challenges and difficulties. We are not at the mercy of fate's changes. Instead, we exhibit patience and creativity in building our lives. Amor fati places control over our minds in our hands. We are not slaves to fate, but have the ability to choose how to react to every situation. This practice empowers us to make wise decisions and navigate life wisely. In summary, amor fati promotes a positive and profound perspective on life. It encourages patience, strength, and a high regard for every aspect of existence. Amor fati is an essential part of Stoic philosophy, offering the potential for a happier and more fulfilling life. Practice number 5. Zoom out for perspective and the view from above. You've probably seen in movies that cameras often zoom out to give us a higher perspective and a full view of everything. However, sometimes we easily forget that our personal world is not the entire universe. This is when we need a view from above to put our feet back on the ground and understand that the issues we are facing are just tiny specks on the large map of life. That's why practice number 5 encourages us to pause and enjoy what's called the view from above. Why is this perspective important? By zooming out and looking further, we have the opportunity to see the relationships between issues more clearly. We can find wiser solutions to our challenges. This helps us create an overall perspective on life and not let everyday problems overshadow our greater meaning and purpose. One way to practice this lesson is to focus on the bigger picture in your life. Think about the larger goals you want to achieve and see how the daily issues contribute to that goal. This helps you understand the meaning of life better and avoid getting caught up in minor challenges. Try to put yourself in other people's shoes to better understand their emotions and perspectives. This helps reshape your own perspective and minimize conflicts in life. Imagine you're in a tense situation because of a challenging online meeting. Instead of getting angry and worried, you practice this Stoic lesson by looking at the bigger picture, the larger goals of your work and career. You realize that this meeting is just a small step on the path to bigger success. This helps you reduce stress and find sensible solutions to face the current situation calmly. Finally, meditation is a useful tool to expand the mind and create tranquility for reflection and the view from above and your situation. When we meditate, we often focus on our breath and create a peaceful moment in our minds. This allows us to eliminate the distractions and worries of daily life, creating conditions for reflection and a higher perspective on life and our situation. Practice number 5 is not only applicable in specific situations, but also a philosophy of life to integrate into our daily lives. When we regularly remember to zoom out and look from above, we avoid impatience with minor issues and find understanding and wisdom in every aspect of life. Practice number 6, Memento Mori. Seneca once said, "Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day." The one who puts the finishing touches on their life each day is never short of time. This quote encourages us to prepare our minds as if we have reached the end of our lives and not to postpone anything important. Reflecting, evaluating, and making our lives worthwhile every day helps us never run out of time. In practice number 6, we come across Memento Mori, a Latin phrase that literally means, "Remember that you will die." Memento Mori is not just a reminder of the certainty of death, but also a guide on how to live a meaningful and regret-free life. Stoics believe that our lives consist of a series of moments and we cannot predict the future. Memento Mori emphasizes that life is not eternal and we should not delay living a meaningful life. The key is to live without regrets. Prioritize what matters most and not let trivial matters consume our time and energy. Let's delve into the story of a man named Jack, who was constantly burdened by work and life's pressures. He often stayed up late to complete his tasks and worried about the future. However, after learning about Stoic philosophy and the lesson of Memento Mori, Jack decided to change his approach to life. He focused on his family and his health, dedicated time to physical activities, and regularly organized family gatherings. Instead of worrying about the future, Jack embraced every moment in the present and lived a more meaningful life. Nevertheless, Memento Mori also serves as a reminder of fear and the possibility of failure. When you remember that death is certain, you will not fear it and will dare to face life's challenges. This makes you stronger, more confident, and never willing to give up in the face of difficulties. In summary, Memento Mori is not just a reminder of death, but also a philosophy of living a valuable and meaningful life. It awakens us from complacency and compels us to live a life full of meaning, not letting life pass by without value. This lesson helps people seek peace and happiness in their daily lives, appreciate every moment, and not waste their precious time. Practice number 7. Audit and manage your desires. In life, we are often disturbed and distracted by a multitude of desires, from extravagant possessions to great success in work and life. Therefore, in the final lesson, Practical Lesson 7, we help build awareness of what truly matters and is practical in life. Stoic philosophy encourages us to carefully examine our desires. This requires us to ask ourselves, what do I truly want? By conducting this examination, we can discover that some desires are unnecessary or unrealistic. We may realize that external satisfactions like owning more things don't always bring true happiness. In the process of managing, we learn to prioritize and focus on the most important and practical desires. Stoic philosophy advises us to focus on what we can control, rather than being burdened by desires beyond our control. This helps create mental peace and avoids unnecessary stress. Imagine you are someone who frequently uses social media and spends a lot of time viewing perfect images of others' lives. You often feel the need to have a life like theirs. Expensive cars, luxurious travel, and a vibrant social life. This desire leads to dissatisfaction with your own life. However, by applying Practical Lesson 7, you start to rethink these desires. You realize that comparing and obsessing over others' lives has created unnecessary pressure and disrupted your mental calmness. In the process of managing your desires, you decide to focus on true values in life, such as health, family, and friendships. You begin to appreciate simple moments and what you already have in life. As a result, you experience mental comfort and satisfaction with your life, no longer caught in the meaningless race of comparison and choices. Practical Lesson 7 also emphasizes avoiding greed and discontent. We always pursue more and more, and we will never be satisfied. Instead, we should focus on what we already have and value it. This helps create satisfaction and enjoy each moment. Finally, by examining and managing your desires, you can live a life with mental freedom and find happiness in the smallest moments of daily life. This helps us understand the importance of re-evaluating what truly matters and avoiding getting caught in the futile race for unattainable objects. This lesson is a great opportunity to practice Stoic philosophy and achieve inner peace and happiness in life. We have learned about the 7 Stoic practices to cope with stress and disappointment in life. Stoicism is not just a philosophy, but also a way of life. By applying these principles to our daily lives, we can become stronger, more patient, and ready to face any challenges. Remember that small actions can also bring about significant changes. Start by applying one of the methods we discussed in this video. Don't hesitate to experiment and practice them. If you find this video helpful, please like and share it so that